Welcome to the e-commerce playbook, brought to you by IWD Agency, where we share tools, tips, and tactics from industry-leading experts to help you take your e-commerce game to the next level. Now here's your host, Joe McFerrin.
Hey everybody, welcome to the e-commerce playbook. My name's Joe McFerrin. I've got Quentin from ShipperHQ today.
Hello. Do I look into the camera or do I look at you?
Look at me.
Okay, all right, cool. Something like this.
Unless you want to get really intimate with the audience, you can look at them.
All right, when I say something like sultry, I'm just going to stop and I'm going to turn and I'm going to look at it.
Yeah, so Quentin's the COO at ShipperHQ. I've been working with ShipperHQ for close to 10 years now with Karen.
You were with Web Shop Apps Days. You're exactly. An OG agency. There's a very few core group of agencies we've been working with forever.
Nice, hell yeah. Yeah, that was when Karen was over in the UK, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now y'all are based in Austin?
Yeah, so we've been in Austin for about four years now. Yeah, because I've worked here now for 4 months this month. So 4 years there. We were in Ohio for a year and a half before that, and then all in the UK for the rest of it.
Wait, so how long have you been in Austin?
I've been living in Austin for about 4.5 years, but I've been at ShipperHQ for 4 years. 4 years this month.
Nice. Hell yeah. So where'd you move from?
East Texas.
Texas,
An hour and a half east of Dallas, a city where no one knows. It's called Tyler.
Oh, yeah.
So I finished up undergrad. Yeah, it's like, I'm like an hour and a half from Shreveport.
Okay.
That was like the spot to go to when we were in college, to go gamble over at the boats.
Oh, yeah. So just what's kind of elevator pitch on ShipperHQ? What do y'all do? What are y'all good at?
So ShipperHQ is a rating optimization tool for the cart and checkout. So it takes customers like really complicated business logic and makes it nice and clean and displays it on the front end. So it's really about curating your customer's experience, whether in the cart and checkout, whether that's store pickup, a calendar like for our Penn State Creamery, or doing things like address validation on LTL. It takes all the complexities and makes it nice and clean on the front end.
Oh hell yeah, nice. Yeah, anytime shipping gets brought up in our agency, especially complex shipping, I'm always like, we kind of coin ourselves as the wedding coordinators of e-commerce. So we're not necessarily the experts at everything. You guys are the experts shipping, and shipping gets brought up. I'm like, I cannot handle that. Let's call our guys at ShipperHQ.
That's exactly what we want to be. We want to make it sure you don't have to worry about it. You have enough going on. We'll just kind of go sit over here and go, yep, give us that line of the RFP. Yep, do this. These guys do that, and go, all right, here you go.
Exactly. Yeah, and y'all been amazing at that. Amazing customer service. Been amazing working with you guys. One of the, have you ever worked with anything complex like shipping ice cream before?
Oh, shipping ice cream. I've done that a few times.
Yeah.
I've done it a few times with you guys, a few times another time, but that's one to unpack. You guys were one of the first customers on ShipperHQ itself, moving from the web shop apps for that PSU. And that was a fun one. I remember John and I got intimate. John from IWD and I got intimately close. Yeah. It was like a nightly phone call, and like the first thing in the morning was just like talking about all the intricacies of that.
Yeah, and so can you bring up some of those? I know shipping ice cream is very difficult because obviously it melts. You don't want it to be in the truck over the weekend or anything like that. It has to be, depending where in the country, it has to be either overnight or it can be standard ground if it's in the same state. Do you have any kind of feedback on shipping ice cream or something complex like that?
I mean, you nailed that pretty well. So ice cream is one of the most complex things to ship. I think perishable goods overall. So I think you could blanket this and say perishable goods because, these items can only be in transit for a certain amount of time. They can't be sitting on the weekends. They need to dispatch on a certain date to deliver on a certain date. Yeah. So we do a lot of stuff around like cutoff times for specific products because maybe you don't just sell ice cream. Maybe you sell T-shirts or hats or cookbooks. Those items don't have to adhere to the same rules. So having the ability to kind of group those products together to treat them differently than others and say, hey, this particular product cannot be, in transit on Saturdays and Sundays. It can only be in transit for a day. Like we do, we just brought a new customer online. They're called Fulton Fish Market. They're up in New York. They sell fish same day delivery. Oh wow! Can't be in transit longer than that. It's crazy. Just the craziest thing. But so for them, it's a subset of products and say, hey, this item cannot be in transit for anything longer than a day. Okay. For PSU, it's 2 days. Right. And one of the other weird things of it as well is, the actual dimensional shipping of it. Because if you think of like the way PSU does it, there's a box and then there's a styrofoam cooler on the inside and there's dry ice. Right. You have to take into account that the box itself, that what you can pack into, is different than the outer dimensions of it. And there's a packing weight already started with it. So for those customers, they want to have the most accurate rate. They need to take into account that box size and like the weight that the box already is. Yeah. So those things, along with having to know when those items need to arrive, are like the two like holy grail things to figuring out how to ship ice cream.
Oh, cool. Yeah, makes sense. And as far as what platforms do y'all work with? Are y'all completely platform agnostic?
So we're platform agnostic. We have partnerships with Magento, eCommerce. We just actually launched our Shopify app. We're going through some partnership stuff with them.
Oh,
And
cool.
we have WooCommerce, Zoe Commerce, and we're finishing up our Salesforce cartridge.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, but we do
Nice.
have an open API as well for enterprise customers, and we're hooked into all kinds of weird stuff. Open
Okay.
source, NetSuite. I mean,
Really?
if you build it, you can have it.
Okay, nice. So anything.
Yeah, as long as you pay us enough for the API access, you can build whatever you want. You can
Nice.
white label it for all I care.
Do y'all focus on one platform more than another, or is it pretty well rounded?
I think for us, we like to focus on the ones that we have strategic partnerships with.
Okay.
So Magento and BigCommerce are ones that we do a lot of work with because there's a lot of like reciprocating like balance there. Like, we do sponsorships with them. Magento did the tailgate last week.
Mhm.
So aligning ourselves with partners whenever we're like-minded is fantastic. I think that, there's ones that, we want to work with more, like Shopify, for example. And then in November, Dreamforce is happening with Salesforce. So we're going to work to kind of build those up a bit better.
Oh, cool. Yeah, on a serious note, you went to the tailgate last week. I was there. How many times were me and you defeated in the cornhole competition?
0.
0. And who is our main competitor there?
There's a gentleman. His name is Rob Angus Long. He's from a little startup in Austin. It's called PayPal.
Yeah.
And,
I think I've heard of him.
He's not that good at
He's not that good at cornhole.
He's not that good.
Yeah, so we are undefeated. Me and Quentin were on a team. So if anybody wants to challenge us in Austin,
we'll play for money too. Like, let's see what we can get out of this.
Yeah. So
Sky House versus the world.
Exactly. Yeah. So me and Quentin are both on Rainy Street at Sky House. So if you're happen to be on Rainy Street and want to play some cornhole, you have to hit us up.
Yeah, come find us. Come try to take down the champs.
So regarding shipping and conversion rate optimization, we always like to try to cover a topic that's action oriented, maybe some knowledge transfer.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have any tips on shipping and how that could affect conversion rate optimization?
Man, I could go on for this for hours. So right before this, I was on a panel at Magex talking about this, the shipping piece of it, and there's other parts. I mean, so we'll do like a little short one, and then and you just cut me off because I could talk. I will seriously. I'll go till the sun goes down.
Yeah.
But I think one of the most important things that customers need to learn is that show options that you want to see yourself. I think a lot of merchants don't really think about that. Like, so when you go to your checkout, and this is the thing I recommend to all of our customers, is like, go to your checkout and see what yours looks like. Like, go to your competitor's checkout.
Yeah.
Do you like what theirs looks like?
Right.
They're going to probably say yes.
Right.
And then say, well, then why is it not like this?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? I think that's like the first step I would take. I would also kind of urge a customer to look at doing live rates.
Okay.
Because flat rates are great, but it's a wash. And there's a really good way that you can like achieve a magic mix of live rates that really allow you to drive and operate doing free shipping. Free shipping is the holy grail. We all want it. Amazon has conditioned us all to want free shipping
2
fast,
days, right.
and knowing it arrives.
Yeah.
And moving to live rates, using UPS or USPS or FedEx to show those rates of how you're actually shipping it, showing the customer that transparency, and they know like, hey, it's going to cost me $11.61 to get it here ground, but maybe it's for the tailgate and we forgot to order something. I can get it next day for this extra cost. Studies show that customers want anything they order within 2 days.
Okay.
So showing them that option.
Yeah.
Because what we see a lot of, for example, on like BigCommerce. BigCommerce is a checkout. There's a lot of the merchants that do flat rate and free.
Yeah.
They're leaving a lot of money on the table because customers maybe flat rate's cool, but what if they want it sooner?
Right.
Like that's the big thing. Like I think, moving to live rates, looking at, being strategic about it because the margins can change for live rates. And the biggest thing, and this is where we're going to like nerd out about shipping for like just like a second, is that when you move to live rates, each carrier has a thing called a dimensional divisor. It's what calculates like the dimensional shipping of a package.
Okay.
So there's like dead weight and there's dim weight. And these carriers are all cracking down on dim weight. Like this is the newest, this is like the big thing.
Okay.
This is for like Froggy's Fog. Like they use this.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure they're calculating the right amount. So when it goes to the carrier, we're saying, hey, here's the dead weight, here's the dim weight. You're going to tell me how much it's going to cost.
Okay.
That way it's like going to the UPS counter and going like, hey, here's my package. How much is it going to cost to send it to, Opelika, Alabama? That's going to go $28. And you're like, cool. It's doing it all in the cart and checkout.
Right. Sure. And as far as product page, cart page, homepage, is there any shipping optimization or notices that merchants should be aware of?
I think there's some things that people are doing a lot of, and it's showing the free shipping. It's showing the incentives, on the top of the toolbar, on the product page. People are putting checkouts on the product page, so buy it right there.
Oh, right.
That's a great way to get those impulsive buyers, especially around the holidays, because when we're shopping online, you go, do I really want this?
Yeah.
If you see that there, you can click it. This is more of just kind of like e-commerce overall, but showing the rates there. So, hey, I can see this, get this in 2 days.
Yeah.
I can see that from the product page. I can estimate it. I see this arrives in 2 days. Or even some customers, like we have a calendar where you can show it. We're really popular in like gifting and perishables.
Right. Yeah. You want to show up on their birthday or whatever.
Exactly. So for dudes like us, for like, our girlfriends, it's like, I can schedule this out.
3 months in advance.
Exactly. I know what her birthday is.
Exactly.
I'm in front of my laptop right now. She just said she wants this. I'm going to buy it right now so I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Yeah. So as far as international shipping, freight shipping, do y'all handle that kind of stuff?
So international shipping is one that we took a pretty big initiative in 2019. A lot of our customers are asking us for duties and taxes, helping us get the products from, the respective country they live into the new country.
Yeah.
It's exactly, it's that easy. So there's 2 different kinds of shipping you can do internationally. There's one called DDU and there's one called DDP.
Okay.
DDU is delivery duties unpaid. The other one is delivery duties paid.
Mm-hmm.
So every time a product or anything leaves one country and goes to another, there's a fee. There's a duties and a tax for that.
Okay.
Each product, it depends on what that fee is. It goes there's like harmonization codes of like what that product is actually like as a catalog. What is it? Like metal ring, whatever that item is. And then there is a country of origin. So all of that stuff affects that tax cost.
Right.
So if we're sending something to like England, for example, you have to report that stuff. Because if you're not doing any of it, a customer, we could send something to, Karen's over in London hanging out. We send her something, that product's going to arrive, and then that guy's going to go, hey, you owe me $26 to get this package because you didn't pay me the fee.
Yeah.
So that's what DDU is. That's delivery duties unpaid.
Okay.
A DDP is the fully landed cost. That's delivery duties paid.
Right.
So when you're in your checkout, it's going to show the cost of both. It's going to say, hey, it's going to cost me $26 to get it to across the pond, and then $14 in duties and taxes fees. So as a customer, I see $40. So when I click that $40, I know that package is coming from my warehouse to my customer for $40. He's not going to get hit with that last minute bill and be like, this company sucks.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Exactly.
So that's a big thing. Yeah. And some customers choose to show DDU, the delivery duties unpaid. So they go, hey, just so you know, you're going to pay $26 to me to get it there. And there's going to be a $14 bill on your side to pay that.
Yeah.
So just offering that transparency around international shipping is huge. The world's shrinking. That's as simple as it is.
Yeah.
Like,
I want a product and it's only sold in Europe, but I want it in the United States. I want it still. And so I likely am willing to pay the extra fees or.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If you can see what it is, and that's exactly what you want. I mean, because I remember I ordered when I started working at ShipperHQ, I was like, I need to be an adult. I need to get like a laptop bag. I need to get like a nice leather one. Yeah. So I was like, I'm in this company now. I'm doing this. So I bought this bag and it came from somewhere in Asia. It was a leather. So it was a goat skin leather bag because I couldn't afford like a cow skin leather bag. And I got it and it came from DHL and it was like $60 in shipping. It was crazy. It was a really nice bag. I still have it.
Yeah.
And then the guy was like, you owe me $28.
Yeah.
I was like, why do I owe you $28?
Yeah.
I was like, no, like you need to talk to the guy whose website I bought this from. He's like, no, you owe this to me.
That's crazy.
I was like,
I guess. I was like,
he's like, you have to. I had to fill out a check.
Oh, really?
As a millennial, I'm like,
what is a check?
I was like, can you give me 5 minutes to find my checkbook? But I had to like write this guy a check, and I was like, here you go, man. Like, thanks for this.
Yeah.
But like, that's the thing that like, it's all about trying to solve like that friction point.
Yeah.
Anytime, like any sort of friction for a customer end to end, and I think people really think end is at the end of the store.
Mm-hmm.
But the last thing the customer sees is the shipping rates. The last thing the customer touches is the physical box. So I think shipping is one of those things that, I think you guys as an agency, you guys understand like that, the importance of it.
Right.
But I think for customers, they're just now starting to think like, man, I can make shipping a profit point.
Right. Sure. And what about, shipping furniture and bigger items is getting huge. I mean, people essentially don't want to go to the store. They want to buy everything online. If I've got a new house, I want to buy my whole furniture, all my furniture online for the house. There's a lot of people doing it these days. What do y'all do in terms of fulfilling for freight?
Oh yeah, have you ever noticed? I don't know if you've seen it yet, but at the package room, there's a guy who got a couch delivered there one time, and it was sticking in the package room. When I walked by, I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Damn, this guy just moved in. He just ordered all this furniture. It was a mattress, a bed frame, a couch. I loved it."
Yeah.
So, but to your point, I think that people that buy furniture and things like that, they want the product to arrive. They don't really care. I think buying patterns are really changed. And what you can buy has changed. Like a customer of ours is called Industry West. They sell really high-end furniture. You used to have to go into their showrooms in New York to get it. Now you can buy it. You can send it anywhere. So offering LTL rating on top of small package is really important for us because customers like Industry West, they sell couches and they sell pillows, or they sell the throw blankets. To be able to say, hey, this throw blanket can go UPS ground. but this, massive 3-cushion sofa needs to go LTL or UPS freight
Right.
is big, and to offer that is really nice.
Yeah.
And so,
Split it up.
yeah, so for like B2C, that's really big for that to offer that because you want those larger orders. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where the money's at.
Sure.
For B2B, that's a really interesting one. I think that the whole buying patterns of that have changed. I know I just said that, but like this is the one like the hammer home
Oh yeah.
is B2B companies want that B2C experience
Yeah, exactly.
because that same purchaser of that company who's buying business to business shops on Amazon,
Exactly.
buys online. They want that same sort of just frictionless checkout.
Yeah.
So some customers will do though, we'll contact you with freight quotes. We have a mutual customer right now that was doing that. And one of the reasons we came on board was to fix that. 'Cause it's like, no, we can show LTL rates here.
Right.
It's just as easy as a small package. All we have to do is set it up.
Yeah.
And I think that that's an untapped market for, I think e-commerce overall. It's like these smaller offline businesses that are doing millions of dollars of revenue. As the younger, maybe the daughter or the son takes over the company, they're kind of, bringing that into the, into the world we live in now.
Mm-hmm. And so as far as, let's say more of a standard e-commerce store owner that's using standard shipping on Shopify or BigCommerce or Magento, what kind of features that do you have for them, or should they stay with the native stuff and you're more complex shipping guys?
I think there's a certain subset of customers that the out-of-the-box functionality of a platform works for.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if a customer... Complex we thrive in. Complex is what our system's built for.
Yeah.
That's the stuff that we love. That gets me out of bed. I want to see the craziest solution. I want to help. We have a customer that sells sharks. I want to help you move a shark from
Sells what?
Sharks.
Shark.
The guy catches them in Florida.
Oh my God.
And then sells them.
Wow.
That was one of my so I still solutions architect some deals. One of my favorite ones I've ever done. Because the guy was like, yeah, man, I just go fishing.
I feel like I need
catch
a shark
me some
now.
sharks. Yeah. No, I'll send you the website. Sharkandreef.com. I'm not even kidding. It's really cool.
Hey, Bradley, we're going to have a new shark for the office.
Ooh. just chilling right here.
Yeah.
A little nameplate.
Hell yeah.
I'll buy you a shark. I'll buy you the shark.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
ShipperHQ will buy you the shark.
Hell yeah.
What was it? So out of the box functionality. Yeah, sorry, I get distracted easily.
Yeah, by sharks. I mean,
you start talking about things that swim in the water that can bite your leg off. I'm interested. But out of the box functionality, some customers it works. But if you unpack that a bit and say what does that really mean? So if a customer ships from more than one warehouse, no native platform supports that. We support that. We can help them with that. If a customer does LTL shipping, that's not overall supported by these native platforms. That's something that we can help with. If a customer wants to start getting into complex promos, like free shipping over $150, excluding certain products, like in our furniture thing, for example.
Right, yeah.
We don't want to give free shipping to a furniture item unless we know we want to set it as that. Those they're not overly complex. They're just kind of simple things that past native you can't do.
Right.
I mean, things like the thing that I don't know why no one doesn't have everyone on their site is date and time. It's just showing, this item delivers on this date.
Oh, right.
None of the e-commerce platforms have that, and luckily none of them do because that's my bag.
Yeah.
But showing the customer that transparency is the biggest thing you can show in the checkout. You want to see how much is it going to cost. You want to see when it's going to arrive. You want to see the sales tax. You want to see it all. You want to see that. So that's something that for us, I push to every merchant. Fashion customers with really simple things where you throw it in like a USPS bag. Sometimes it goes you offer like ground or something like that. They could use date and time.
Yeah.
You could buy, there's a million stores online that sell blue blouses. Make yours the one the differentiator that shows when the product's going to arrive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So we'll start wrapping up here, but as far as what's the future for ShipperHQ, what do y'all have planned for 2020? Cool, new, exciting features or specials or anything like that y'all have coming up?
So one of the things that I talked with you guys about is we're working on our PWA ready component for a checkout.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So it's going to React based component. PWA is like the hot buzzword, especially in Magento right now.
Yeah.
And what does it really mean? It's a progressive web app. We built it in React and we're using GraphQL. So for our engineering side, we're really excited about the technology that it brings and the speed.
Sure.
For us on the solution side, the selling and what it means for our customers, this means that we're offering a better experience. I think that for those customers that are already on it and the ones that are signing up for it now, it's really kind of putting, planting your flag and saying hey, I almost said the F word. You Amazon, fuck that. We're not going to take this. I'm going to make my e-commerce platform as successful as possible. So we're working on some stuff like that. We've got some other stuff that I cannot talk to you about with these microphones in front of me that I can tell you about. But I think that, over the last 11 years, our company was founded and started trying to solve, Karen's husband's merchant needs.
Yeah.
And our biggest strength is that we're not a think tank. We weren't made to make money. We're made to solve issues and solve problems.
Right.
And every day a customer will come in with a different problem. I'll go, hey, let's talk about it. Talk me through it. walk me forward, walk me backwards. Let's hear what you got. And then that's where our feature set is. Like, that's how we get our roadmap. Our roadmap comes from our customers. So
nice.
As long as we still have customers, we still got a lot of work ahead of us.
Cool. No, I like it. And yeah, when you come up with those new features, we'd love to have you back on the show. Maybe even do a demo of the product or something like that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Cool.
I'm in for that. Yeah. Well, maybe let me get some stuff done in this checkout. And I'll show you some really cool stuff.
Hell yeah, that'd be exciting. And then outside of ShipperHQ, what do you like to do for fun around Austin or just in fun in general?
So I'm a pretty big golfer.
Oh, nice.
Which I don't know if you know that because I heard that you and Kevin met golfing.
Soccer.
Oh, was it soccer?
Soccer. Yeah, I do play golf. We both play golf too. I don't think we've ever played together though.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Someone was like, "Yeah, they met playing golf," and I was like, "I never knew that." No, I play a little bit of golf, watch a little bit of football. Texas Longhorns on Saturdays and Minnesota Vikings on Sundays.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Squirming over here as you're looking at me.
Yeah. So, what'd you think about that LSU UT game? He's out. He's out.
It was a really good game.
The
thing that made it the worst was when Burrows was waving to the crowd. He was just like, I just thought I was
got
like,
this in the bag.
Like, that's slimy.
Yeah.
No, it was a really good game. I enjoyed it. The tailgate was fantastic. We had a lot of fun. Great to go undefeated in cornhole. I mean, at least I won that on Saturday. Exactly. The Vikings won on Sunday, so it was kind of a wash of a weekend.
Hell yeah. And for the out of towners, if they're going to come visit Austin, what are the best restaurants here that you like?
Oh, good question. So barbecue first. I think there's a lot of people that talk about like, oh, you should go to Stubbs or oh, you should go to Franklin's or you should go to these places. They're all really good. Mm-hmm. Franklin's is awesome. It's going to take you forever to get there.
Yeah, they might run out.
I'm a huge fan of it. Have you been to Terry Black's up Barton Springs?
There like 2 days ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. That place is awesome.
Get their beef ribs.
Dude, it's so good. Yeah. There's another place that I really like. It's called Green Mesquite Barbecue.
Haven't been there.
It's right off Barton Springs. One time we actually were going to Terry Black's. It was too busy.
Oh, really?
And we drove and it was like this like green shed.
Yeah.
I saw it with my buddy and I was like, man, there's a barbecue place over here. We should try that.
Yeah.
They have the best smoked like chicken wings in the world.
Really?
Like, dude, they're so good. I Uber Eats them to the building all the time. I'm like, these are great. That's good. As far as Mexican food, I mean, there's food trucks everywhere.
Tons of taco joints.
And I think you could go to any place and get a solid taco.
Yeah.
Torchy's is like the really big one. Torchy's is a chain, but it's from Austin.
But it's delicious.
Oh yeah, we had it at the tailgate.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I would go with that. I mean, I don't know. I really haven't had a bad meal here. I mean, look at me. I haven't had a bad meal yet.
Yeah, exactly. Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Quentin. It was a pleasure having you, and hopefully I have you back on the show again.
Absolutely, man. You're much better at this than I am.
All right, brother. Thanks, man.
Yes, you did.
All right, dude.